about your show at the casino.
Yes, let's talk.
Oh my goodness. When I went, it was July, beginning of July.
I think so.
I feel like it was.
I think it was the beginning of July.
I went with my mom, who is game for just about anything. She's an absolute
She was a sweetheart.
She's my favorite person.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know what to expect because I mean I've seen the movies. I've seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I've seen
a good one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I've seen the other one too. Thanks for everything.
Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Thank you.
Which, by the way, we don't drive around in drag across America or Canada like that. We do not get up and put our makeup on.
Doesn't happen.
Not usually.
Okay.
That's a whole other culture.
It's a whole other level.
Yeah, that's I couldn't imagine.
So I wasn't really sure about what to expect. So we get there, we find a table, and just trying to take in the atmosphere, which was amazing. I was really excited about how welcoming and open everybody was.
Oh yeah, completely.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Just awesome. So the show starts, and you come out on stage, and I immediately was like, oh my God, I'm having a moment right now. So as the show is going on, all the wheels in my head start spinning like a million miles an hour. So you guys are doing your thing on the stage, and I'm like, oh my God, look at the artistry of these people. Look at the makeup and the clothes and how it was all put together, and you could tell all of the work and the effort that was going into what you guys do. Well, and it was amazing.
I've said it before, drag is an art form.
Absolutely.
It's the amount of time and effort that it actually takes. Even to do this morning, I was up at 7:30, shower, shave, put my makeup on, and it takes about an hour to put my makeup on.
Yeah.
When I first started, it used to take 4 hours just because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
And I was learning.
Mm-hmm.
But and with the corseting and padding and the pantyhose and the shoes and and we have to be over the top.
Yes.
That's the big thing about this. It's supposed to be an exaggeration. It's an illusion, and it's supposed to be the epitome of femininity. It's the epitome of that. That's why when most of the time, right now, like I said, it's morning. I'm wearing a caftan. But
I have 3 of them myself.
I have 20 of them.
I love them.
I went through a moo-moo stage for a while. Oh, don't pan to the feet though, girl. Don't pan to the feet. I'm wearing flip-flops.
I got these shoes just for this interview.
Those shoes are kicking. Hold on,
if
she's going to take pictures. Where are my shoes gone? Those are cute.
Aren't those nice?
Oh, look at the little kitten heel and everything. Oh.
Because I haven't worn heels in ages.
Yeah.
So I get to this show, and I see you guys all on stage, and you're not messing around on stage, and you're not messing around in some big heels.
Usually it's between 4.5 to a 6-inch heel on that stage, and dance routine.
I was, because I used to wear heels all the time.
Just staring.
They are. It's amazing.
Awesome.
So, I stopped wearing heels for a really long time. I used to wear them every single day. Stopped wearing them. I was always in skater shoes, DCs and Vans and stuff. I love them.
I do too. I have a ton of them.
And then I go to your show and I'm seeing you guys doing your things on the stage, and you're dancing in heels and you're strutting and you are working it. And I'm like, oh, I miss that.
It's a very empowering feeling when you put on a pair of heels.
It really is.
And most people don't understand. There's a lot of work to a pair of heels. Mm-hmm. You've got to learn how to read. You've pretty much got to train yourself how to walk again.
Yeah. Just
because it takes a long time.
Yeah.
And the bitches who get and put them on and they're like, oh, this is easy. I'm like, I first put my first set of heels on when I was in high school at Auburn Drive. Right. And we did cabaret. Yeah. And I got to play MC in cabaret. And one of the scenes is I'm actually dressed in drag doing a Kit Kat line. Oh my gosh. With the chorus girls. Yeah. And I was a mess. It was bad. It was really bad. I was falling. I was twisting my ankle. I was rolling like crazy. Now it's second nature. Right. Now it's I walk better in a pair of heels than I do in a pair of flats now. Yeah. And that actually does happen to people. If they wear heels all the time, they forget how to walk in flats. Yeah, it happens. The day after a show, especially if I'm doing a double show, the next day, these puppies are on my feet. One of the things that I also noticed at your show is your mom. Yep.
Can we talk about your adorable mom?
My mom is absolutely amazing.
Right?
She is such a drag hag. It's so funny. She comes to almost every show. Yeah. I think she's maybe missed 2. And when she misses them, I get a phone call before, I get a phone call after. She's bawling her eyes out on the phone. We're a crying family.
Right.
Horrible crying family. I am so emotional. It's so bad. It's like I watch a Hallmark commercial like, oh my God, he loves his grandmother. Right? And it's like well, you saw it. My lashes fall off on stage. You know, I'm sweaty. And then she says something, or like somebody will say something in the audience, and it's like, you know, the tears start going. But she's been so supportive. My whole family is absolutely supportive. Right. My dad is even there in the audience. Yeah. And he usually, if anybody else makes a joke, he laughs and yells out, "Make them the host." You know, it's. My sister comes, like, you know, it's a family event for them, and it's you know, they're very proud, and I'm a minority when it comes to that here in the city. I found that out along the way, that because even my grandmother, both grandmothers have come over and watched it. One grandmother lives in Cape Breton still. Sure. My other grandmother lives in Newfoundland, and she's actually flown over to see the shows.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's been an amazing journey to see even how much they've grown to understand and how much they've grown to bring in. It just, you know, you can't. It makes my day every day to know that they're with me. Yeah. So, and that they approve. Yeah. You know, that's a huge thing, because I hid it for a while when I first started.
Really?
Oh yeah, I hid it. Well, I didn't know what they were going to do, right? And I loved it so much, and I didn't want to disappoint, you know. So it took a long time, and finally my mother found out first. And then a few days later, this is when Google just started. Oh. Aging myself. My dad Googled me.
Really?
Well, remember that was like the big thing to do for a while. You put your name in and see what comes up.
Yes.
And Rouge came up when I did it, and I got an email from my mom really quick, and she was like, "Your dad knows, he's calling in 5 minutes." I'm like, "I'm not answering the phone. How about that?"
Right. Yeah.
And he called, and I didn't answer it, and he called back, and my husband looked at me and went, "You're being an idiot. Answer the phone." Right. I was like, "No, I'm good." And my husband actually picked the phone up and was like, "Talk to him." Yeah. So I was like, "Hello," and he's like, "I have a bone to pick with you." I was like, "Okay." Yeah. He's like, "I sat through those crappy Christmas concerts and crappy school plays and all that bullshit, and now you're doing something I can drink at? And you don't invite me?" And I broke down and started bawling right there. Gosh. And I was like, "I wanted to tell you, but I was afraid." He's like, "Well, do you want to be a girl?" I'm like, "Oh, no. Mm-mm. Yeah. No, I know what they go through now. Mm-mm. I like everything down below their areas." Yeah. And he just laughed, and he's like, "Well, then what are you worried about?" Yeah. I was like, "Well, you know, how do you tell your dad that you like to dress up in women's clothes and prance around bars?" You know, it's not the greatest of scenarios sometimes to have to think about. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like we hear all the time about the kids who come out to their parents and they're just not accepted by their parents, and it devastates them, and they end up, you know, going down those horrible roads that you hear about so often.
It kills me to think about some of the things that have happened to some kids along the way. Yeah. You know, especially when, like, I know my parents have actually taken in friends whose parents have kicked them out because they just didn't want to deal with it. You know, that it's wrong, and that it's a choice, and it's not a choice. No. You know, you don't choose hardship. You know, there's not a person out there who woke up one day and went, gay, let's give it a go. You know, like, you don't do that. You know, it's a lot of hardship, it's a lot of turmoil, and, you know, it's not something, like I said, it's not something I choose. It's something I am. Yeah. You know, and it doesn't define me completely. It's part of me, but, you know, my name's Jason. You know, I have a life and a career and a family, and I'm gay. Right. You know, it's not usually in the first 3 things that I tell people about myself. Right. You know, usually they see this, though, and it's sort of one of those, well, 1 and 1. But there actually are drag queens out there that aren't gay. Right. There's, you know, Dame Edna Etheridge, one of the biggest drag icons in the 20th and 21st century. Right. She's in her late 70s, early 80s, still doing drag. She's married with children. you know, it's just, this is a character she plays.
Yeah.
So, you know, why, to me, it's like, why can that be a bad thing? To bring happiness and to bring those smiles and to show people what we can do on stage. And thank God for the Casino Nova Scotia. Because they've given me that stage for 3 seasons now.
Yeah.
And I'm so lucky to have that.
Yeah.
So lucky to have that.
How did that come about? How did that get started?
They came to me and asked me.
Yeah?
Yeah, they messaged me and they were like, you know, we'd like to talk to you about something. And one thing led to another, and I got in contact, was put in contact with an amazing woman, Amy Moore.
Yeah.
Down at the Casino, entertainment director down there. And her and I hit it off, and we've had a blast ever since. So, and we've done many other things as well. We've got our New Year's Eve show that we usually have. We're hoping for that again this year.
Right.
And, you know, it's just, it's exploded in the last little while. I've been very blessed. I've gotten to go to Winnipeg, Toronto, Kitchener. You know, it's just been a fantastic experience all the way around.
Yeah, so when you started, did you ever imagine that, you know, in a few years' time I'm going to have billboards all over the city?
No. That still freaks me out.
Does it?
I'm not a fan of them.
Really?
Actually.
I think they're stunning. They're beautiful.
They're phenomenal, and it's, you know, it's groundbreaking to see.
Yeah.
But it's, to me, the 20 feet high schmuck of a face up there, it's just like, okay, you want to do it, go ahead. But to me, it's just been a fantastic thing to see. Like, I never would have expected this, not in a million years.
Right.
Like, you know, I wanted to go and prance around on stage and have some fun and have a laugh.
Right.
And it's gone from, like, you know, the Kinsman Center in Sydney, doing Drag on a Dare, to this, and you know, like, I don't know. It's just been an amazing experience all the way around. Yeah.
Is there anything that you would have changed?
Oh, of course. But I don't regret anything that I have done either.
Right.
You know, you look back and you're like, oh, should I have done that song? Should I have done that at that time? You know, like, and then it's like, you sit back and go, yeah, but you did it because you wanted to. Right. Right? And you can't take that away. Yeah. So, yeah, there's been a few things along the road, but, you know, you get drug into the club scene, and, you know, you get raised in that area, and you think certain people are friends, and you find out later on down the road that they're not quite there for the right reasons and things like that. Yeah. But you find out who your true people are in your world by doing all this. Yeah. The drag queen scene is a lot, like, you know, we're a subculture in itself in the gay community. Yeah. And we do welcome, for the most part, with open arms, a lot of people. You know, it's one of those things, if we can't help somebody, why be there? Yeah. You know, we do a lot of charity work. I still do charity work. I'm part of an amazing organization called ISCANS. Okay. That help raise funds for 4 major charities here in the city. Okay. You know, I've done multiple fundraisers throughout the city. Yep. And, like, the drag community is a lot of the time, they're the ones who will sort of take the reins for people and go ahead and do it. Yeah. And it's amazing just to be able to be part of that culture and that scene. Yeah. You know, and, like, some people poo-poo the queens. You know, it's like, oh, here they come, right? But
never poo-poo the queens.
Never poo-poo a queen. We're lovely people, goddammit. Okay, so for the most part. But, you know, it's... You know, as long as you stay true to yourself, that's the biggest part of it. Right. You know, like, and we see, like, the queens see a lot of that in people, and they'll bring people in and they'll help them out. And if you wanted to drag, well, then you talk to a couple queens and see what they want to do and see if they can help you out. Yeah. And not everybody's great, not everyone's nice, and that happens. But that happens with every part of society. Absolutely. You know, and you're gonna get your bitchy ones, and you're gonna get your catty queens. But when it comes down to it, you know, you'll find somebody. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. I was studying Rouge Fatale last night, and you actually went full-time drag. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year, just before Pride. Yeah. And it was a year in July, and it was 10 years in August. That's amazing. Doing it. Yeah. Yeah. So, what's the difference between drag part-time and drag full-time? A lot more makeup. Going from work to, like, going from a regular day job to a nightclub scene, and then having to get up in the morning, do your day job,
sure,
come home, put your makeup on, get ready, go do a show, and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I was burning out.
Yeah.
I was burning out. I worked on an Alzheimer's and dementia floor as a nurse.
Okay.
And I did that for 8 years.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people pass. And it's very hard on the soul.
Yeah.
After a while.
Yeah.
So it's one of those scenarios that you really have to sort of... You have to sort of look and see what's going to be good for you in the long run as well. And it's been tough, I'm not going to lie. People think that just because I'm on the casino stage, I'm making obscene amounts of money.
Right.
I am not. It's still a performer's, I'm living on performer salary.
Right.
So, it's a little tougher, but I have my husband, which is amazing. And I have an amazing support system, and I'm busy. So I'm lucky that way. I'm the exception to almost every single rule that's been put out there when it comes to the gay community in drag.
Right.
I can't be more thankful for this city that we live in, because there's been a lot of BS about our city over the years in the last little while, and I'm one of the people who's extremely proud of our city and the amount that it's come along and the amount that it has grown and how accepting they are of this. So I can't, it's been an amazing year to see how far we've come.
Yeah. Okay, how many dates do you have left at the casino?
We only got 2 dates left.
Oh my goodness.
This weekend and next weekend, and then we're done. We had a 12-week run, which is phenomenal. So we only have the 2 more weeks left, and our big finale is on the 1st.
Okay.
Yep.
The big finale.
The big finale.
The big finale.
Season closer.
That's
hopefully not the series closer.
No, oh my God, we don't want that.
No, hopefully it's just the season finale. So, but yeah.
Can you tell us any secrets that you have lined up for that finale?
Oh no. We are actually, one thing that we usually do though is we do take requests.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to, you can go on my Facebook pages. There's like 8 of them. But there's the Rouge Fatale and Friends page on Facebook. There's also the Rouge Fatale fan club page on Facebook. And there's Oh Girl Productions. That's our little production thing that we've been working on.
Okay.
If you go to any of the things on Facebook or even look me up, you can just put in Rouge Fatale on Facebook and it'll pop up. And write a request of a song that you would like me to either like to see us do, or a song from the past that you would like to see us have at the end of it. But yeah, we usually try to throw in a couple of requests throughout the night as well.
Love it.
Yeah.
So it's Sunday nights.
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
At the Harbourfront Lounge at Casino Nova Scotia, and get there early because it fills up fast.
It really does.
It really does. There's been a couple of nights now we've actually had to turn people away because we've only got so many seats in the.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Seriously, that's amazing.
It's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
I think that's it. I got my false lashes on.
Yeah. She's so pretty. She's so pretty.
I've learned how to use this medieval torture device properly.
Yeah.
And
we're getting rid of the sponge applicators.
Okay. We'll get rid of those. And the yellow makeup.
Yellow makeup, nay.
Okay.
No.
None of that.
No more makeup.
And
yellow persuasion.
Yeah. So thank you for this.
No worries.
I love the lesson.
Good.
And I'm gonna try to recreate it.
Good.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
Absolutely.
Go home. Have fun. Wash it off. Put it back on. Wash it off. Put it back on. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
So.
Fantastic.
Do it up.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Thank you for
Hugs.
having me.
Hugs.
Of course, hugs. Love hugs.